There he is, the man of the hour. Congratulations on the award, Paul. You really deserve it. I think I can speak for everyone when I say that you really deserved it more than anyone else. Thanks, Tom. I don't know if I can really take all the credit for it myself, though. It was a team effort, and everyone deserves the honor as well as me. It would be unfair to not credit others for their hard work. No one can do this sort of thing on their own. But there is no need to be so modest either. You should take pride in your hard work and achievements. Thanks, but I have never felt right about taking the spotlight. I think everyone needs a shout-out for the work that they did. Well, not to worry. I think you did a good job of that in your speech just before. And I think I can consider myself to be part of that shout-out as well, right? I sure hope so. Of course you can. Everyone in the company deserves credit for what we worked on. The engineers more than anyone, I think. They probably put more work into it than I did in the end. Maybe they did the busy work, but you came up with the idea to begin with. Very innovative, as the name of the award suggests. I guess you could say that, but I still feel a little awkward accepting it on behalf of everyone. By the way, Tom, this is my wife, Emma. I don't think you two have ever met in person. Hello there. Paul has talked about you a lot to me, but he's right that we have never had the pleasure of meeting face to face. I work together with your husband. Well, he is my boss, more or less. Oh, come on. You're more my partner than my employee. We have been working together since almost the beginning. He hates it when I tell people that he is my boss. It is the truth, though, no matter what he might say.
It's nice to meet you, Tom. Paul has also spoken a lot about you. He says that he wouldn't have been anywhere near as successful as he is if it weren't for you.
Is that what he said? Well, I would like to get that in writing and get it framed in my office. And maybe I can bring it in to show him when it comes time to renegotiate pay sometime in the future. I like the sound of that, actually. I like it a lot. Oh, shut up. I would like to see you find a job that pays you a fairer salary than I do. But I did say that, and I do believe it. You've been a great help to me, Tom. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere, and I am very happy where I am. But I don't want you to get all sentimental on me right now. I'm not going to be the one to stand around and dry your tears. Luckily, you have your wife here with you to do that.
Oh, I don't think I have seen this guy cry even a single time. He's one of the most cheerful people that I know.
Trying to pretend to be a manly man in front of the missus, huh? I don't have anything to be sad or cry about. The company is thriving, and I have a beautiful wife and a loving family. What else do I need? But since when did you turn into such a comedian, huh? You're the funny guy as soon as there's a pretty girl around. Oh, you got me. To be honest, I think I have had a little more to drink than I was planning on. And actually, having said that, should we go get a drink at the bar? Now that you have finished your little speech, it's fine to let loose a little, right? What do you think, Emma? Should we get a couple before we head home?
Yeah, let's go for it. It would be a shame to leave right after your big moment. You should savor the spotlight while you can.
All right, Emma has spoken. So, Tom, you can lead the way.
Hey, honey. I wanted to ask if you could give me some money so that I can go shopping.
Yeah, I guess so. But what about the credit card that you have? Can't you just use that for whatever you want to buy?
I could, but I think it would be good to also have some cash as well. I always use the card, and I think I spend too much when I use it. When it's just a number on a screen and all I have to do is to tap a piece of plastic on a card reader to buy something, it just doesn't really feel as though I am spending money, you know?
Oh, what's this? Are you finally starting to think a little responsibly when it comes to spending money? I didn't think I would ever see that day come. Who are you and what have you done with my real wife?
Oh, shut up. You don't need to tease me like that. I'm not that bad. Sure, I know that I can go a little overboard every now and then, but what's the harm in that? Money is there to be spent, right? I don't think that it should sit there and not be used.
That's okay. I don't really mind. But I do think it's good in any case to think when you buy stuff. It makes you appreciate things a little more. And who knows? We have money now, but that might not always be the case.
What? Then I will have to go out and find myself a new husband who can support me and buy me everything I need.
Don't say things like that. Is money really that important to you?
Come on, you know I am only joking. Why do you get to tease me, but I can't do it back to you? Anyway, so about the cash that I asked for. Can I have some?
Sure thing, but I don't have any on me right now. I also usually use my cards to buy things. I can get some out for you on the way back from work tomorrow, though. How much should I get? Is a few hundred enough?
I was thinking closer to 3,000, to be honest. What am I supposed to get with just a few $100s?
What? Why do you need so much in one go? What is it that you're planning on buying?
Oh, this isn't for just one thing or anything like that. I just wanted to have it on me whenever I needed it. And it's also better to get a bunch in one go, don't you think? That way I don't always have to keep coming back to you and asking for more. That would annoy you and get in your way, wouldn't it?
I don't really mind, but okay, I see your point as well. Can you wait until tomorrow night then? It doesn't sound like you need it very urgently.
Yeah, that's totally okay with me. I can wait. No need to rush. But you might as well get it tomorrow and get it out the way.
Okay, I will give it to you tomorrow.
Ooh, this place is fancy. Thanks for inviting me out here tonight, guys. I hope you're paying for it, though. I don't know if I can afford to eat at this kind of place.
Amy, don't be stupid.
Of course we're going to pay for you. You're my sister. Why would you ever pay when you're with us? Isn't that right, Paul?
Yeah, of course. There's nothing wrong with paying for a dinner for family. I don't mind at all.
Well, thank you. I hope Emma starts inviting me out more often then. I could get used to eating out in places like this.
Say, that's a really nice bag, Amy. Is that new? It looks pretty much out of the box.
Oh, you like it? Yeah, it's brand new. It cost a lot of money, but it was actually a gift to me from someone. Thank God, because I wouldn't have been able to afford something like this otherwise.
Really? Well, then it sounds like you have found yourself a nice guy if he is willing to buy you such expensive gifts. Did you find a new boyfriend then?
Oh, no, it's nothing like that. I don't have any time for men these days. I mean, I have time, but no more patience. All the recent relationships that I have been in were all just complete wastes of time. I don't want to bother with that anymore.
Really? Then who got you that bag then if it wasn't a boyfriend?
Oh, now that information is a secret.
Okay. I won't pry in that case. You can keep your secrets.
You should look around here, though, and see if you spot any good-looking guy on his own. If he is here, then he must have money. That's not a bad idea. You keep an eye out for me as well. I don't want to miss any who might be out of my field of vision.
But didn't you just say that you were fed up with men and didn't want to bother with them anymore?
I did say that, but if he has a lot of money, then that is a different story.
Is that really such a big draw? What if he is rich but not a good person?
In my experience, the men that I end up with are never good people, so they may as well be rich, if you know what I mean.
Come on, Amy. You're not old enough to be jaded like that. You sound as though you're in your mid-40s and have been divorced 3 times or something.
I'm just a realist, Paul. I'm not jaded. You would understand if you were a woman.
I just don't think that's the best way to think about it, Amy. You should always look at the person and their personality first. I don't think it matters how much money they have or anything like that. You won't be happy that way if it's all you focus on. And they might not have money when you first meet them, but that doesn't mean that they won't be able to make it big later on.
Oh, Paul, you're so naive. That's not how the world works, unfortunately. You should know what I think. And I am not so much the romantic type as you seem to be. I want someone who can provide for me, and that's the most important thing. If they're good looking and whatever else, that's just a bonus. But the material things come first.
It's about time you found some spare time to spend with your brother. Mr. Big Business finally got a day off. Don't call me that. I work just as anyone else does, and that's all. But it is nice that I was able to get away for a bit and go fishing with you. We used to always go together back when we were in college and right after. Remember those days? Of course I do. You were never any good at it and always went home empty-handed. I am sure that not much has changed since then. You're even more out of practice now, aren't you? Was that how it went? I don't remember being that bad. All I remember is being by the river and drinking some beers and doing more or less nothing all day. It really felt like we had all the time in the world and didn't have to worry about a single thing, don't you think? Oh, what do we have here? When did you start becoming a philosopher in your spare time? I never took you for someone who was into pondering the finer points of life and existence. Oh, come on, Jason. You really have to give me crap for everything that I say, don't you? Only because you're not remembering anything correctly. You said that you didn't have to worry about anything. I distinctly remember you inviting some girls with us one time and worrying about a lot of things. You were worried whether they were having fun or not. They weren't. Then you were worried about whether you looked good with your shirt off. You didn't. And then you were also worrying about whether you would catch something big enough to impress them. Do I need to tell you the answer to that, or can you guess it yourself? I am guessing I didn't catch anything that impressive. Am I right? It wouldn't matter what you caught. Girls don't care about big fish. That's just not something they think about. Damn, I guess you're alright. Well, I thought it was worth a shot back then, I suppose. Now I know better than to invite a girl fishing on a date. I hope so, because you have a wife waiting for you at home who would probably have a few words to say to you if you brought another woman on a date. You know what I mean. God, it's impossible trying to talk to you. You make fun of every damn thing I say. I'm your older brother. That's basically my job. Although I don't get paid for it. I wish I did. I would make a killing. Yeah. You really would if it were a paid position. You're out of luck there, though. But I doubt I will be able to catch anything today, having said that. I really haven't been for years at this point, if I remember correctly. Well, it's been over a year at least since we have last been out together. That was a good one, though. We even rented a boat for that one. I wish we could do that again. Oh yeah, I remember that now. We should do that again sometime. Let's try to organize it at some point then. You're paying, though. It's not cheap to rent a boat. Sure thing. I will foot the bill this time. Today, though, it's basically free. Isn't that nice? I swear that the best things in life are free. But there probably won't be too much to catch either. So don't get your hopes up about it. I'm totally okay with that. It's nice to just be outside and in nature and not in an office like I usually am. I would really love to come more often with you if that's possible. Even if we don't get a boat. You can come with me anytime. I try to go once a week, but it doesn't always work out that way. You know, with the kid and everything. Yeah, I suppose you're much busier than me, but in a different way. It must be a real handful having to take care of another little human running around. I don't know if I would go that far. I am not doing it all on my own at the very least. And thank God for that. That would really be a handful. I don't know how single parents do it, but they are real troopers. I would go insane in 1 week, I think. I have a lot of respect for people who are able to manage. But how come you can't get away from work if you're the big boss? I thought you would have all your little underlings working for you while you rake in the big bucks. Isn't that how business works, pretty much? Everyone works for you and does everything, and then you sit at your big desk and collect the money? That's a very simplistic way of thinking about it, Jason. And I don't have underlings, I have employees. I respect them and the work that they do as well. So don't think of me as one of those bosses of some giant corporation who sees them as ants or just as numbers in a spreadsheet. Okay. You're one of the good ones, eh? I would like to think of myself like that, yeah. And I really do think that I am. I know that there are a ton of bad bosses out there. I know I worked for a few myself back in the day. My company also isn't that big where I can just sit back and do nothing. And on top of that, I am a bit of a control freak and want to be involved in most things. There probably are some things that I could delegate and have more time to myself, but it's a little hard to let go. I started the company more or less on my own, and it's difficult to give away control of that to other people. You should learn to do that, though. You also need to show your employees that you trust them, right? Otherwise, it might seem like you don't think that they can do the job as well as you can. Yeah, I know. I do trust them, too. It's just hard. But I will try to do that little by little and be more comfortable with going a bit more hands-off. But how is your daughter, by the way? Little Lisa must be getting quite big these days. You would know yourself if you came around more often. She does ask about you as well sometimes. Really? You should have told me about that. I will make more of an effort to come by. I can't let her down if she wants to see her uncle. That would be nice. We would be happy to have you come by whenever you wanted. But she is doing really well. She really is growing up quickly. A little quicker than I would like, if I am being honest. She's 8 years old now, and she just recently started ballet. You should see how cute she is in her little tutu. There is something about what I just said earlier. The older she gets, the more I am starting to come to terms with the fact that I will have to let her go at some point. It's the same with your control over the business, even if that seems like a strange analogy to make. It seems like just yesterday when she couldn't do anything on her own and always needed daddy or mommy there to hold her hand and help her. Now she is more and more independent, and soon she won't even want to be seen in public with me. Remember how we were with our parents when we were teenagers? I look back on that and can't believe that we were like that to them. Yeah, but everyone goes through that rebellious phase and thinks that they are too cool for their parents and that they know better than everyone else in the world. It's easy to look back and see how stupid we really were, but everyone goes through it and it is a part of growing up. I don't think that Mom and Dad would ever hold that against us. No, I don't think so, and that's not what I am trying to say. But I don't look forward to the day that Lisa acts like that towards me. I will know why she is doing it, but I just know that it will hurt all the same. But when are you going to have kids, if ever? You and Emma have been married for a few years at this point, right? Any little Paul Jr.'s on the way anytime soon? I don't think that will be happening in the near future, no. I am just too busy with the company. If I have a kid, I really don't want to be the kind of parent who is always working and doesn't have time for them. It wouldn't be good for them, and it wouldn't be good for me or Emma either. So what are you going to do then? Just not have kids at all? That doesn't seem like a path that you would take. You have always seemed like you wanted to be a family man. And I still do want that. But I will have to work things out so that the company can run better without me, and then I can take more of a back seat in it. Or maybe, if it grows to be a little bigger and more influential, I might even be able to sell it to someone and then retire early. Wow, retiring in your 30s? That sounds like a nice plan to me. Is that really possible, do you think? It might be, but it won't be just yet. It could take a few more years, but I might be able to do that with a couple of years of hard work. That's sort of the plan for the time being, and is the reason that I am trying to do whatever I can to grow the business. Then I will have all the time in the world with my little one. Boy or girl, it doesn't matter. Or I could also just get a really light position somewhere as well. I don't know if I would be able to function very well without work. I always feel like I need something to do. I have become so used to it that it would be difficult to stop all at once. Yeah, habits really die hard no matter what they are. Well, I am looking forward to the day that Mr. Moneybags has a child and I can become an uncle. And I am sure that they will like me over their old man any day. You're all work and I will be much more fun. Ha! You better watch yourself, or else I am going to start coming around with lots of gifts for Lisa so that she likes me more than you.
Hey, sorry to bother you, but can I get a little bit more money from you? I need to get some more things. You can stop off at the bank on the way home, can't you? It would be nice if you could do it today for me.
What? You need more cash right now? But I gave you $3,000 just over a week ago. Don't tell me that you spent it all already. That's a crazy amount to spend in that short time.
Yeah, I did spend it. Whoops. It just goes so fast. I didn't even notice, and then I look again and it's all gone.
Wow, Emma. That was really fast. Maybe you were wrong about spending less with cash. It might just be better for you to stick to the credit card, no?
I think it was just because I got so much in one go and then it seemed like it was never going to end. But then it did. I still need some cash as well. I think I need to slowly learn how to spend it. I do want to be more responsible.
Well, I guess this is what I will do instead. See, I don't have time to go to the bank today. But you can take this card and use it. There is a decent amount of money on there that you can draw out whenever you need. Maybe just take little bits out at a time so that you don't spend it as fast as you did the last amount.
Okay, this is perfect. I will do that then.
Just make sure to make it last longer this time, okay? We're doing well, but it's not like we have endless amounts of money.
Oh, you're always saying that, but you work so hard.
Yeah, but I am trying to save money as well for our future kids. What if we decide to have kids in the future? We need to have a lot of money for that. It takes a lot of money to raise a child and to give them a good life. Then there are college expenses and all the rest of it.
That's not going to happen anytime soon, though, so I think that we're okay for now.
Well, you don't know that. We never know when we might be ready to have children.
No, I think you're getting the wrong idea. I meant that I don't think that I want to have kids at all.
Wait, really? Since when have you been thinking like that? I thought that when we talked about this last time, you said that you definitely wanted to start a family together in the future. What happened to that?
Oh, I just kind of changed my mind, that's all. I thought that I did want to have kids, but I am not so sure about it anymore. I'm not saying that it's 100% off the table, but, just not for the time being.
But why not? What changed? I don't think anything has changed in our situation, has it?
No, it hasn't, and that's kind of the point. I don't really want anything to change. I like things as they are right now. We have lots of money, and it means that I can buy whatever I want. I can go out whenever and all that sort of thing. I know that if we have kids, then all of that will change. You just said yourself that we will need to use a lot of our money for them and to save more for their college education in the future. Well, I don't see why we should give up our lifestyle as it is just to have a kid. And then I will get fat when I am pregnant, and I might not be able to lose that weight afterward. It will be a nightmare for me to lose this figure that I have worked so hard to maintain. Let's just leave things right as they are. But if you maybe make a lot more money in the future and we can keep this level of living and have a kid, then I might change my mind again.
I see. I don't really know what to say to that. I guess I'm just a bit surprised that you think in that way.
Why would you be surprised like that? You know I love to go shopping.
That's not what I mean. I just thought that we were both on the same page when it came to having kids. I get that you can change your mind and all, but you never mentioned that before.
Oh, sorry, but I didn't think I needed to just bring that up out of nowhere. That would have been quite a weird way to start a conversation, don't you think?
Maybe. I guess. I don't know.
Are you upset by me saying this? We both have to be fully committed to have kids, though. I am not going to have a child if only you want one.
Oh, I know that. I know. I'm not upset or anything, just a little shocked, like I said. I had been thinking about it more and more recently and thought that it might be time within the next 2 years or so. But I guess that's not going to be the case. Jason will be upset. He told me that he was really looking forward to being the cool uncle.
Yeah, I don't know if it will be happening in the next couple of years. But you never know. I might just change my mind again like I did before. And Jason has his own kid, so he doesn't need one from us. Anyway, thanks for the card. I'm going to go and meet some friends soon, so I am going to get ready.
Yeah, no problem. Emma, come here for a second. I just checked the account statement for the card that I gave you.
Okay. And so what?
What do you mean? All the money is gone. Or almost all of it. What the hell is going on? How are you spending so much of it? This doesn't make any sense. There was over $5,000 in that account. How are you spending over $1,000 a day? And I haven't even seen you coming home with any bags of shopping. Where on earth is this money disappearing to?
Why did you even check it? Don't you trust me or something? I thought you gave me the card so that I could use the money for myself. Why does it matter where it went or how fast I spend it?
I did give it to you to spend, but I told you to be more careful and not spend it as fast as you did before. And you ended up spending even more of it and faster. This isn't even about trust or anything. I always check my accounts just in case.
Well, this has nothing to do with you. You don't need to know where this money is going.
What? Yes, I do. This is my money. I work for it and I have the right to know why you are spending so much of it. I don't mind you going out and living well or whatever, but this is really insane. If you don't tell me what you have been spending this on, then I am not going to keep giving you more money.
What? But I don't have a job. How am I supposed to live then?
I will give you small amounts at a time so that you're still free to do what you want, but not go out and buy whatever it is that you are buying.
What? That's not fair. Do you think that this is the 1900s or something? You can't treat me like this just because you're the one earning the money.
I am not treating you like anything. Don't you dare say that I have not been treating you well. All I want to know is what you have been spending this on. I just can't get my head around how quickly it disappeared. For a second, I thought that I might have had the money skimmed from the account or something of the sort.
Do I really have to tell you this?
Yes, you do. You were the one talking about trust a second ago. How am I supposed to trust you when you won't even tell me something as simple as this?
Oh my god! Fine! I didn't want to tell you this because it's a little embarrassing.
What is it?
Look, I had to give that money to my sister for a course that she wanted to take. She isn't enjoying her job at the moment, and she has been seeing how you work and the success that you have been having, and you sort of inspired her to become a businesswoman. She wanted to take a business course online while she was still at this job and then move into something on her own. But these courses can be quite expensive, and she doesn't have the savings to pay for it on her own. And it would take her a long time to save it. But she really doesn't want to be in this job any longer.
Really? Then why didn't you just tell me that? You didn't have to sneak behind my back to get this money. She's my sister-in-law too, you know. I consider her family and would have helped her out.
I don't know. It just seemed wrong for me to come and ask you for a lot of money for her to do this. But it seemed a little more normal to just ask for me. And I planned on just keeping that card for a while, and I didn't think that you would notice that the money was gone so soon.
How come she decided to make this change? Last time we all met, she didn't really seem to be into that. Remember she was talking about how she just needs to find herself a rich man or something?
Yeah, she was talking about that. But then she said that what you told her that night really made her think that she needed to change her mindset. She figured that if she was the one with the money, then she wouldn't need to focus on what the man has to offer or whether he could support her or not. She would be able to focus only on what he is like and what kind of personality he has. Since she would have her own money, she would always be able to look after herself and be independent no matter what happened.
Wow, that's quite the 180 change that she has taken. I didn't expect that what I said would have made her start thinking like that.
You seem to really inspire her in lots of different ways. But don't tell her that I said that. She would be so embarrassed and she would kill me for telling you.
I see. Well, am I allowed to mention that I know about the course? I'm not angry, but maybe I could help her in some other way too.
No, don't do that. She wants to try and do it all on her own strength. Maybe you can talk about it after she has completed the course and gotten started with her business, but that's a year or so away.
The course is going to take her that long to do?
Yeah, it's because she can only do it part-time because of her job. It would be faster if she had the time to do it full-time.
Okay, that makes sense then. But listen, Emma, you can tell me these things. We almost got into a fight over something that shouldn't be fought over just because you didn't tell me what you used the money for. Just be a little more open with me, okay? I am always happy to help out family. You should know that by now.
Okay, I'm sorry. I will make sure to do that in the future.
Okay, please do. There shouldn't be any secrets between us. Emma! What are you doing here? It's nice to see you, but I wasn't expecting you at all. Is Paul with you?
Hi, Dave. No, it's just me today. I hope that's okay with you.
Of course it is. Come in. It's always good to see you. Kelsey is in the living room as well, so let's go and see her. Honey, Emma is here to visit us.
Hi, dear. How are you? It's so nice of you to come and visit us. I'm doing well. Everything is good with me. How are you two doing? Oh, we're both doing just fine, thank you. Nothing new to report, though. Everything is just the same as it always is. That's good, though. Sometimes it's good to have things stable and not change too much.
That's true. I think that when you're young, you always want something new or something to be happening. But now, I just want to relax and enjoy time with my wife. And that's more or less all that we do these days.
That's so nice. I am happy to hear that you two are enjoying yourself so much. And how about with you and Paul? Are there any updates in your life at all?
Any grandchildren on the way, perhaps?
Oh, there's nothing really new with us, no. He is working hard, and I am sure that he told you about the award that he won before.
What? No, he didn't tell us anything about that. Dave, did you hear about this from him? Not a peep. What's this about an award, Emma? Why wouldn't he tell us something like that?
Oh, wow. I thought that you would have known. He won an award in business innovation or something like that earlier in the year. I can't really give you any of the details because I don't fully understand it myself. But it's something to do with what his company is doing or implementing, or I don't know. He did seem kind of embarrassed at the award ceremony, though, so maybe that's why he didn't tell you about it. I heard him talking to a coworker there, and all he kept saying was that he couldn't take all the credit and that it was a team effort and that kind of stuff.
Oh, that really does sound like Paul. He has always been very modest, and he doesn't like to brag about anything. I really wish that he would tell us these things, though. We like to hear about his achievements, and we are so proud of him. We're so proud of both of our sons. They're fantastic. You will understand when you have kids of your own, too.
Well, about that. We're not really sure if we're going to be having kids in the near future or not.
Oh, really? Do you mind me asking why not? We always thought that you two were interested in starting a family. It's none of our business, really, though, so you don't have to answer if you don't want to.
It's okay. I did want to have kids before, but at the moment, I am just not sure anymore. I want to make sure that I have my heart 100% in it before I make the decision.
I understand. That's not a bad way to think about it. It will be better for the child that way, too, if you do end up having children. And you're still young, so you have plenty of time ahead of you to decide what you want to do with your life and if you want to have kids or not.
Exactly. I am so glad that you understand. I don't want to rush into things, and there isn't any point in doing that right now. We have a good life, and everything is going well as it is.
We're also very happy to hear that from you. But is there any special reason for the visit today, or did you just want to drop in? We don't usually see you around without Paul.
Oh, there is something that I wanted to ask you, actually. This is a little embarrassing, and I hope that it doesn't come across as rude either. This is quite an important family matter, and I didn't know how to bring it up.
That's okay, dear. You can tell us anything.
Well, I need to ask you for a favor.
And what might that be? We will do whatever it is that we can to help.
You see, the thing is that my mom and dad are kind of struggling financially at the moment. They are still paying off the mortgage, and things are kind of tough with that in the back of their minds. But now my dad has gone and injured himself, and he had to have surgery.
Oh no! Is he okay? What happened to him?
He's doing fine. It wasn't anything life-threatening or anything like that. But he injured his knee really badly, and they had to operate and put in some metal there or something. I don't know what the proper term for it is. He's recovering now, but still can't walk as well as he could before. They say that it will take time for his body to recover.
Yes, knees can be tricky things. It's funny how we have so much technology and medical knowledge, but if you bust up your knee, it's never going to be the same again. And this is even for young people who are much more resilient than us oldies. There have been so many athletes who had an unlucky knee injury and that put them out for good. I really hope that he recovers just fine.
I am sure that he will, but it is going to take some time.
So what does this have to do with us? What is this favor that you need us to do?
Well, this is where it gets hard for me to ask this of you. The truth is that I need to ask you to borrow some money. The medical bills were really quite high, and my parents don't really have enough to pay for it. And this was even with the insurance. They wanted to try and get a different sort of loan and use that money to pay it off, but they didn't know if they could because of their mortgage. I told them to hold off on it and see if I could help them get some money together. If they got another loan, then the interest payments would really put them in trouble later down the line, you know?
Well, I can understand where you are coming from on that. Interest is a slippery slope and it can become unmanageable very quickly. But I have to ask, how come you are coming to us to ask for money and you didn't ask Paul? I am sure that he would be more than happy to do something like that for your father.
That's exactly the reason that I didn't want to ask him, actually. Though it might sound strange. Paul is so kind and giving that he might just want to pay the medical bills and even maybe help them with the mortgage if he knew they needed it. But my parents don't want a handout or anything like that, and especially from their son-in-law. So what I am asking you for is a loan that they would pay back over time. Don't think that I am asking just for free money here. That way, my parents won't get into a bad situation, but they also will be able to not have their pride damaged because they will pay the money back eventually. I hope that makes sense to you. I know that this is a very roundabout way of doing this, but it is important for them.
We understand, honey. I know that we might feel rather strange if we ever had to rely on you to look after us financially or anything of the sort. I am sure that we can help out in this. Right, Dave? Of course. We're all family after all, so why not? How much is it that you need?
I'm afraid that it's quite a lot. I think the total of the surgery was around $10,000.
That is quite a lot.
So is it impossible? I understand if it is. That's okay. I will tell my parents that they have to get a loan from the bank and hope they don't drown in the insurance.
No, we can help. But medical fees really are getting ridiculous. Something needs to be done to lower them so that people don't have to bankrupt themselves to seek care. Should we transfer them the money?
It might be easier if you transfer it to my card and then I can give it to them that way. I don't have their bank details and it will be a bit of a runaround if I have to ask them.
Okay, dear. Let's have some tea first and then we can send you the money. How does that sound?
It sounds great to me. Thank you so much. Both of you.
Jason! Wow, another surprise here. What's that supposed to mean, Dad? I come by all the time. I know that, but we had Emma come around a few days ago, and now you come around without messaging us first, too. Oh, sorry about that. I guess I do usually tell you before I come by, don't I? That's okay. It's not a bad thing at all. Your mother isn't here at the moment, though. She went to the shops, and I don't know when she will be back. You might be gone by the time she returns. Oh, that's a shame. But that means that we can have a bit of father-son time, right? That's right. So what brings you here, then? No, nothing really. I just wanted to stop by. The wife has taken Lisa to ballet practice, so I was at home by myself. Oh, and how is little Lisa doing? You know, I had the same conversation with Paul a little while ago, but she isn't so little anymore. At least she won't be for long. I'm a little worried about her growing up too quickly. I understand. Your mother and I went through the exact same thing with you and Paul. But it happens to everyone and you can't do anything to stop it. You just have to make sure you cherish the time that you have with her while you can and take as many photos as possible while she is still growing. Oh, you better believe that we have been doing that. We probably have thousands and thousands of photos. And there will be many more to come. That's the way. I'd love to see some of them when you have the time to show me. I had to put them onto my computer because they were taking up all the space in my phone, but maybe another time. So, what did Paul and Emma come around here for then? Just a little chat like me? Actually, it was only Emma. I think Paul was at work. He always is. He did come fishing with me though a few weeks ago, and he is coming with me again this weekend. Oh, he's back at it with you then. Did you catch anything? Not a single thing. But it was good to do that with him like we used to back when we were in college. But then, how come Emma came around if Paul wasn't with her? I don't think I have ever heard of her doing that before. You're probably right. She might not have come on her own before. But it was nice all the same. She actually needed a favor from us. And what was that? She needed to borrow some money for her father's medical bills. He hurt his knee and needed surgery. Really? I hope he's alright. How come she needed the money from you, though? Isn't that a little strange that she asked you two for it and not Paul? Oh, it's a bit of a long story, but there is a reason behind it. It's fine, though. We were happy to help her in any way we could. Okay, if you say so. By the way, before I forget, tell Paul congratulations on the award from me when you see him this weekend. What award are you talking about? When did he win anything? Ah, the little bugger didn't tell you either. Back at it bright and early, huh? Do you think that we will catch anything this time? It was a complete bust last time. I doubt it, but it doesn't matter to me either way. I don't know what I would even do with a fish if I got it. What do you mean? You either let it go back and then tell your friend stories about how it was 3 times the actual size, or you take it home and cook it. I'm not much of a bragger, so I don't think I would be good at telling fishing stories. Oh, that's right. You really do suck at that. Dad says congratulations on the award. You didn't tell anyone about that, you idiot. We had to find out from Emma. What? She told you? When did that happen? I saw Dad a few days ago and he told me that Emma had been around before that. She told him at that point. By the way, how is Kurt's knee surgery? Is it healing all right? What do you mean? What's wrong with his knee? What? Are you so focused on work that you don't even know that your own father-in-law had to get knee surgery? What the hell? No. This is the first time I am hearing anything about this. Is he okay? I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. How is it that you know about it and I don't? Emma told Dad about it. She said she needed to borrow some money from them to pay for the medical bills. You really didn't hear about it? Are you sure that you didn't just forget that she told you? No, I have a good memory and she didn't mention anything to me. And what's this about borrowing money? So you don't know about that either, I suppose. Dad didn't really explain anything to me in detail, but he said that she borrowed money from them for Kurt's medical bills. And it was quite the amount as well, if I am honest. How much did they give her? It was $10K. What? She took that much money from Mom and Dad? Why did they even give that to her? I have no idea what is going on right now, but I definitely need to ask her about it. She has been acting kind of weird recently, going out and spending loads of money, and then it turns out that it's for good things, but she hides it. I don't know what you're talking about right now. Don't worry about it, it's not that important. What is important, though, is that I don't think you will become an uncle anytime soon. What? Why not? Not even in the next couple of years? What happened to your big plan to sell the company and retire? You're not going bankrupt, are you? No, the company is fine. It's got nothing to do with me, actually. I still want kids, but Emma says she doesn't. She doesn't want her life to change and for us to have to spend money on them and their college fund. Something like that. I see. You sound pretty disappointed about it. What do you think of her choice? Well, it's her choice and I can't do much about it. She has every right to decide what she wants, you know? But I have to admit that it is a little disappointing, and she didn't really sit down to talk to me about it either. I found out in a very offhand way and it took me by surprise. I didn't know that she had changed her mind, so I was still planning for it. Well, she might change her mind again just as easily, right? Maybe she will. She said that it might happen as well. But I don't know. Hey, I need to talk to you about something that I heard about.
Sure, what is it? Will it be quick? I want to get ready to go out tonight.
What? Where are you going tonight?
I'm just going to hang out with Amy somewhere. She wanted to go out and invited me along.
Okay, whatever, but this is important. How is your dad doing?
What? My dad? He's fine. He's doing as well as always. Why are you asking me that? And how is that important?
Well, what about his knee? I thought that he got surgery.
Oh, right. His knee. Yeah, it's doing better, you know. He will get there with some more time. How do you know about that?
Jason told me. He saw my dad and found out. Why did you borrow money from them? I thought I asked you to be honest with me and not go behind my back if your family needed some help. I would have been fine to help out with this. I don't know why you thought that it would be a good idea to go to my parents. You shouldn't be borrowing money from them.
This is exactly why I went to them and not you. I don't know what they told you.
They didn't tell me anything. I haven't spoken to them about it. I only just heard it from Jason when we went fishing this morning.
Look, they have been struggling a little financially and needed the help. But I knew that if I went to you about it, then you would have just paid the money up front.
Yeah, and what's wrong with that? I don't see the problem.
Exactly! But my parents wouldn't like that. They wouldn't want to just take the money from you like that. So I went to your parents instead. And I didn't take the money from them, I borrowed it. My parents are going to pay them back. It's just an interest-free loan of sorts. It was better than going to a bank, don't you think?
You could have asked me to do the same thing and I would have understood if they wanted to pay me back. But you still shouldn't be going to my parents for money. And $10,000 is a lot of money. They are doing well for themselves, but they would have given that money to you even if it was all they had, you know? It's just not something that you should be doing. Come to me next time. I already told you this before.
Okay. It's just that I also got money from you for Amy's thing, and I didn't want you to think that you were bailing my family out all of the time.
You don't have to worry about that at all. Remember, they are my family as well. I will always help them when they need it. Just be honest with me about it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I promise that I will come to you from now on.
Paul, is that you? Fancy seeing you here. I never picked you for a fishing kind of guy.
Wow, Kurt. What a coincidence. I actually used to fish all the time and I have started going with my brother again recently. It's a good way to unwind and just relax, not have to think about work. His birthday is coming up and I wanted to get him some new gear. He is still using some pretty beaten up equipment.
That's very thoughtful of you. I am sure that he will really appreciate it.
Yeah, I think he will. By the way, how is the knee doing? Is it healing all right?
Sorry? What do you mean, my knee? There isn't anything wrong with my knees. I can assure you that.
Wait, what? But I thought that you had to get surgery on one of your knees.
What? Who told you something like that? I am as healthy as ever. Never been under the knife and hopefully never will be. I haven't stepped foot in a hospital since I was a teenager when I did some stupid stuff that I would rather not think about. Where did you hear that I injured my knee?
That's what Emma has been saying. She also said that you needed help financially to cover the medical bills.
I have no idea what she is talking about or why she might have told you such a thing. We're doing just fine financially. The mortgage is paid off and we're living life as it was meant to be lived. Slowly and surrounded by friends and family.
I have no idea what is going on. I'm sorry about that. There must have been some sort of misunderstanding.
That's quite alright. Look, I have to run now, but say hi to Emma for me. And your parents if you see them soon. I haven't seen them for a while now.
Sure thing, Kurt. I will do that. Emma, you have some serious explaining to do. What the hell is going on and why do you keep lying to me?
What are you talking about? Don't speak to me that way. Who do you think you are? I haven't lied to you about anything.
You have been doing nothing but lying recently. I ran into your dad at the fishing store, you know.
What? You saw my dad?
Yeah, that's right. I ran into your dad. And when I asked him about how his knee was doing, can you imagine what he told me? That he had no idea what I was talking about. That his knee was perfectly fine. That he never had surgery and that his mortgage is paid off. Imagine my surprise when every single word that he said contradicted what you have been saying to me. What you have been saying to my parents. What the hell is going on? If there were no medical bills, then what on earth did you borrow money from my parents for? And if your parents didn't know about it, that means they weren't going to be paying anything back. How are you planning on returning that money to them? 10 grand, Emma, from my parents. You better have a damn good reason for this.
You weren't supposed to find out about this. How was I supposed to know that you would see my dad?
Are you crazy? I would have seen him at some point. And if I thought that he had had surgery at some point, do you think that I wouldn't ask him? Were you just hoping that maybe enough time would have passed between now and me meeting him that I would just forget about it and not ask?
That is what I was hoping for. There was no way that I could know that you would see him so soon.
That doesn't even matter. It's not about whether I saw him or when or anything like that. I am asking you why you took that money. What the hell have you been doing? You've been spending like crazy and lying about it too. Where is it going? Why are you being like this? You need to start talking now.
Okay. Just stop yelling at me. I will tell you.
And no lies this time. I am sick of it. Just tell me the truth.
Amy and I have just been going out and buying expensive things and going to expensive bars and restaurants. That's it.
What? That's all it is? And where is all this expensive stuff that you have been buying?
I was leaving most of it at Amy's apartment so that you didn't notice how much there was.
What the hell is wrong with you? That's what you have been using all of this money for? Something as stupid as that?
It's not stupid. It's fun, and what's wrong with the two of us being able to enjoy the good things in life? Is that a crime?
It's not a crime, but it's damn stupid. And it's not your money. It's not even my money this time. It's my parents' money. Why the hell would you make up this crap story about your dad being injured and struggling to pay his bills?
Because they wouldn't have given me the money otherwise. I needed a good story that would make them want to help me.
And you didn't do the same to me. Why? You could have told me that story directly and I would have believed you because there would be no reason not to.
You would have been more suspicious about it. You might have checked with my dad. And I thought that you would have been insistent on paying him directly and maybe just paying it off without wanting it back. And I had already gotten a lot of money from you in one go, and I thought you wouldn't have given me any more to enjoy myself with.
So all that other money before was used for the same stupid reasons? Was everything you told me about Amy and the business course a lie as well?
Yeah, it was. Again, I thought that you would like the idea that she was doing something like that and then not question why I spent so much. I was scared that you would get angry at me, and that's why I didn't want to tell you up front. I just started spending money more and more, and I couldn't stop myself anymore. But it's not my fault, really. I think it's an addiction. I just couldn't help myself.
This is absolutely ridiculous. You have had access to money ever since we were married. You used to be reasonable with your spending, and then you just decided to go crazy with it. What were you lacking before? What didn't you have enough of?
I don't know. I would go out with Amy and have something nice on or whatever, and I started to really like the looks that I would get. Both from men and other women who were jealous that I was wearing designer clothing and had designer bags. Then I wanted Amy to experience the same thing, so I started buying her stuff too, and we would go out and be head turners at the bar. You have no idea what kind of feeling that is.
You're right. I have no idea what the hell you are talking about. I am almost lost for words. I don't even know what to say to you right now. This is the stupidest thing that I have ever heard in my life. It's so selfish, so banal, just so utterly ridiculous. I almost just want to laugh, it's so stupid.
Don't call me stupid. This is important to me. I like being looked at in that way, and it's only fair that my sister gets to have a taste of that as well.
If she wanted that, she should have worked for it, or found her own husband to pay for it. I don't even know. Maybe I gave you too much money, too much financial freedom. I don't want you to ever feel like you lacked anything and you do this. You go and lie to my parents and use a sob story to get money from them? What the hell is wrong with you? Have you actually lost your mind?
Stop saying that to me. You know the truth now, so just shut up already. You can tell your parents that I am sorry or whatever. I don't know what you want me to do now.
I want you to give them that money back. Obviously, that's what I want you to do.
Well, I can't. It's already mostly gone, so I couldn't give it back to them even if I wanted to. And you know what? I don't think I would have if I still had it. I am going to be able to use it better and enjoy it more than they would. It makes more sense for me to have it.
You are the most spoiled brat. When did you become like this? Or have you always been this way and I just didn't notice it?
I don't know. Who knows? What would you notice when you're always at work? And that's all you're good for anyway. Just stay at work all the time and keep handing me the money. That would be the best thing to happen. That's all I need from you anyway. Now, I still have plans with my sister. So I think that we're done here.
Yeah, you're right. We are done here. Off you go.
And I am not going to be coming home tonight. I will stay with my sister.
You can do whatever you like, Emma. You can do whatever you like.
What the hell, Paul? Let me into the house. I can't get in. My key doesn't work. What did you do?
Yeah, you won't be able to use that key anymore. I had the locks changed. And I am not home either, so I won't be able to let you in. Not that I would, anyway.
What? Why would you change the locks? Are you out of your mind? I live here!
No, you don't. Not anymore, anyway.
What are you talking about? I don't remember moving out. Let me in! Come back from wherever you are and let me in right now!
I'm not going to do that, Emma. I want a divorce and you are not living there anymore.
What the hell are you talking about? A divorce? Why? You're not seriously going to divorce me because of the money thing, are you? Why are you being so cheap? You have money to spare, you earn so much. Who cares if I go out and spend it sometimes?
It's got nothing to do with the money. It has everything to do with the way you treat people, though. I never cared that much when you spent a lot or when you bought expensive things. You're right, I did have the money to let you buy that sort of thing, and I did let you do it. But then you started lying about it and then even lied to my parents, and that is something that I will never forgive you for. You took advantage of me and my generous nature. I would have always treated your family as my own and helped them out no matter what. But you also used them as a way to get more money out of me and my family. And you even said last night that the only use that you have of me is the money that I give you. So to me, that sounds like a pretty good reason to get a divorce, don't you think?
What? No! If we split up, then how am I supposed to afford any of this anymore? How can I continue this lifestyle?
That's the neat thing, Emma. You don't get to do that anymore. That is, unless you and Amy decide to go out and work for it yourselves. But I don't think that you're going to do that. Something just tells me that you won't.
Oh, wait, Paul. Let's just calm down here for a second and not get ahead of ourselves. I know that I upset you and that you're angry, but you shouldn't make decisions like this when you're angry. You'll regret it later.
Oh, that's where you have it all wrong, Emma. I am not angry at all. Okay, sure, I was angry about what you did to my parents, but I am not angry about the money itself or what you said to me, even.
Then why would you do this then? If you don't care, then we shouldn't even be talking about divorce right now.
It's because of the completely stupid reason that you did all of this. It wasn't for anything good at all. I just can't even believe it now. You were lying and using your dad as a pawn in your schemes as well. And for what? Just to get some extra cash to go out and blow it on useless things? That just blows my mind, and I realize that I don't want anything to do with someone who thinks like that.
But what about kids? We were going to start a family, right? You still want children, don't you?
I do, yes. But you changed your mind about that because you wanted to keep up this lifestyle, remember?
Well, I changed my mind again. We can have kids. We can have them right now. Whenever you want.
What was it that you said about not wanting to have kids unless you were fully on board with it yourself? I remember you saying something like that. And anyway, no. I would never want to have children with you now that I can see what you really care about and the kind of person that you really are. I would hate to see them turn into anything like you. That would just break my heart. I can see that you don't actually care about family at all. And I know that you wouldn't just automatically change and care for them either.
You asshole! I will make you pay for this. Fine, get the divorce. See if I care. I am going to take everything from you. Everything. And then I can just find myself some other rich idiot and use his money as well.
Go for it, Emma. If that's what you want to do, then you can go ahead and do that. Happy birthday, Jason. You're becoming an old man right before my eyes. Oh, shut up. I still look better than you do, even though you're younger than me. It's because you spend all your time working and I don't. Yeah, well, maybe you have a point there. But that's fine by me anyway. I have a gift for you, but I left it in the car for now. It's a bit bulky, so you will have to come help me bring it inside a little later on. Oh, really? I wonder what it is. How exciting. A present from Mr. Moneybags himself. I told you to stop calling me that. Oh, come on. I know you like it. Everyone likes a nickname. Not me, and definitely not that one. Haha, sure.
But hey, all jokes aside, I'm sorry to hear about you and Emma. It must be rough.
Oh no, on the contrary, this was much easier than I thought. I have no regrets at all. Just seeing the way that she was behaving towards money really opened my eyes. I don't know, I just never cared for it so much, you know?
Is that why you have so much of it?
It's one thing to have it and use it for something useful. I was always saving to have a family in the future. Or keeping it for a rainy day in case either I or someone who I care about needed it. But going out spending it on random luxury goods? That was never me, and I didn't think that Emma was that bad either. I knew, of course, that she liked to be a little fancy. There's nothing wrong with that. I won't lie and admit that I like to go to expensive restaurants every now and then. But the degree to which she got herself almost hooked on money and the appearance of status was sickening to me. No, I am glad that this happened, and I am glad that we didn't have any children to be affected by this.
Well, then I'm glad that you can see it that way. It must still be rough going home to sleep alone after having someone in your bed for so long.
Yeah, that part will take some getting used to. But it's not the worst thing in the world. At least now I can actually sleep with the blanket on me all night and not wake up in the morning freezing to find her with it wrapped around her like 8 times.
I guess there's an upside to everything. So what's going to happen to the money that Mom and Dad lost?
Oh, I already gave that back to them, of course. They were a little embarrassed that they fell for a trick like that. But I told them not to worry. I mean, why shouldn't they have believed her? It would have been stranger for them to think that she was lying to them about something like that.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Uncle Paul! Uncle Paul! You're here!
Lisa! Hey there! You're getting so big these days. It's been ages since I saw you. And of course I am here. I wouldn't miss my own brother's birthday.
I started ballet! Do you want to come over here and watch me twirl?
I sure do. Let's go. I want to see this. Excuse me, Jason. I have business to attend to. After that, Emma and I went through the divorce proceedings. I was willing to be reasonable and give her almost anything she wanted just to be rid of her as quickly as I could. However, she got greedy and wanted to get back at me because she saw me as being the one who was taking this luxurious lifestyle away from her. This meant that the legal battle kept going back and forth and took a little longer than I would have liked. In the end, though, her claims were so ridiculous that she actually ended up getting less in the settlement than I would have given her had she been civil. She began trying to claim the business and try to get parts of that, and same with the house as well. Luckily for me, both of those were assets that I had well before we were married, and she wasn't able to touch them. That said, she still did walk away with a sizable payout, but I don't mind that one bit. I know how to make money, and I will make that back soon enough. I heard later from Kurt that she and Amy actually spent all that money insanely fast in their quest to seem rich or whatever it was that they were after. They then maxed out some credit cards and came running to their dad asking for help. He had found out about her lies and her spending at this point and refused to help. Now, Emma and Amy live together in one apartment and work some low-paying jobs, just surviving and trying to pay back all the money that they owe. They even had to resort to selling some of the designer goods that they had, and I am sure that before long they will have to sell the rest of them. I am still working and the business is doing well. There are no children in sight for me anymore, so I don't really need to earn for that like I was before. But I am still hopeful that I will get to start a family at some point, so I am saving anyway. And if not, then I will leave it for Lisa for her college fund and whatever else she may need in her life. I have never understood how obsessed people can become with money, and I didn't notice Emma becoming like that under my very nose. When we met, I was doing fairly well, but didn't have the kind of money that I do now, and she herself didn't seem to care much about luxury either. Maybe it was because she had as much money as she needed without working, or I don't know what it could have been, but she slowly became more obsessed until she became how she is today. I always think that it should be used to help those you care about and not on useless possessions, but that's just me, I guess.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.